Today we'll be changing the rotors and brakes as well as the ABS sensor on a 2007 Hyundai Veracruz. If you're getting this when you start your vehicle up, this ABS light is along with the ESC light. Sometimes it shows the ABS and the TC light together. You may have a sensor problem, wiring harness problem, or a sensor monitor system problem. But I think our situation is the ABS sensor. We're going to check it out. The TPMS light is something totally different. That's for your tire pressure monitoring system. More than likely one of those sensors is out as well. But for right now, we're just trying to get rid of the ABS and the ESC light. Okay, to avoid any electrical issues, let's just go ahead and disconnect our negative posts. To take the lug nuts off, use a 21mm socket. Go ahead and break your lug nuts before you jack it up. Let's go ahead and fully jack up the vehicle off the ground. Alright, I'll be using my impact wrench to remove the nuts from here. Okay, use a 14mm to take off your caliper and caliper bracket. That's one up top, two, and your caliper, there's one, hopefully you can see that, and there's two. Take a look at these brakes. That's what that bolt looks like. Both 14mm, but completely different bolts. That's what it looks like. Okay. In order to get the rotor off, you got two screws. One here, one here. I'm going to use this torque bar. Sometimes it's hard to get them off. I'm just going to attach an extension to it. I'm going to show you what it looks like. Okay, here's what it looks like. Got a half torque bar, half to a 3/8. Alright. And then I have a 3/8 to a 1/4, 1/4 to a little socket where I can get my little bit in. Phillips head bit. That should do the trick. If your screws or nuts are a little tight, if you have some of this laying around, some of that PB penetration blaster, spray that. Make sure you got something to catch the drip. That boy straight. Okay, so borrowed these from my neighbor. These are made for metal. I was using dry wood actually earlier, using the wrong bits, drill bits. So I just started off with the smaller one, didn't just work my way up to about right there, and that was enough actually. Just wish I could show you. Maybe I'll show you. Okay, so I didn't go too far in, as you see right there. I didn't go too far in. I just went straight through the center, and you can't go that far in there. Maybe about right there. But only thing you really want to do is drill off the head inside, and as you can see, that's what I did. And so once that pops off, you just take your little hammer and just bang on it, and it should start to come loose. Once it comes loose, then you should be able to pull off your rotor. Let's see. Yep. Okay, now that we have our rotor off, now is a good time to just go ahead and test out our hub, make sure it's working properly, give it a good spin. It should not be too tight, should not be too loose. That is a good spin. Give it a good shake, shouldn't move anywhere. And it is not moving anywhere. So that hub is good. Don't need to replace the hub, but we are going to take it off so we can replace that ABS sensor. And let's go ahead and remove those 4 bolts that I showed you in the rear. Hopefully you guys can see. Anyway, so I got my 14mm long extension socket covering one of the bolts. You got 1 there, 2, 3 there, 4 there, and yeah, here's your ABS sensor itself. Here's the wiring harness. We'll disconnect that in a minute. Should be easy, and that whole thing should just slide right. Here. Should just be able to pull this up like so. So it's attached here. And you just pull up. So this is my tool. Hopefully you guys can see. If not, I'm sorry for you. Okay. I was also having a hard time getting these 14mm bolts off the rear. So what I did was I got my 14mm long extension, long socket, and got my regular manual ratchet. Put it on there. Okay. And what I did was just took my sludge hammer, held it with one hand, and just beat it. Alright. Just keep beating it and beating it until it's loose. The whole thing comes off. Okay, so this is the OEM sensor, and I brought this new one off Amazon. I prefer to keep the original equipment, but I'm not going to keep this vehicle long, so this is okay. They're cheap. I'll put the link in the description. So let's go ahead and test these. I got my multimeter here, and we're testing it in amps. So let's see what the old one reads. Reading of 1.043 for the old one, and for the new one 92.6. Okay, so I grabbed the cinder block that I used on the other tire to stop the vehicle from rolling back. Just use this just to get a little stabilization. So what I'm about to do now, I have like a little wood block here, and I'm going to place it first. Forgot to mention this. So your new sensor, try to put it in the same direction that you took it off. In my case, mine's going to fit on just like this. I'm going to use this block, place on top. Grab my sludge hammer, hammer it down. Make sure it's on nice and tight, and let's put this whole thing back together. Okay, before I put this back on, I'm going to apply some of this Loctite. Try to place your hub back in the same orientation that you took it off. Okay, now that we have our hub back on, what I do now, let's go ahead and pull this caliper out. I'll take my brake. Take a metal brush. I'm going to go ahead and clean this this caliper. I'll also take some paper towel. I'm going to clean around this piston as well. Get that cleaned off. I'm going to apply some of this copper anti-seize lubricant. Link in the description. At the bottom base where the metal is going to touch. And I'll show you what I'll do next. go ahead and spray our caliper down with some brake cleaner. Okay, wipe it down if you want. Don't want it dripping everywhere. Next, what we're going to do, spray some of this on our paper towel, and let's just go ahead and clean off our piston. To do that, just clean around it. We don't really want to spray the piston, just wipe it, because it does have a rubber seal around it, and that brake cleaner can do damage to the rubber seal. See, nice and shiny. This actually extends the life of the piston. While we're at it, let's just go ahead and take this opportunity, go ahead and clean off our caliper bracket. Gonna do the same thing, take our metal brush, just go ahead and clean it off. As you can see, ooh, that is a lot. Make sure you also have on your mask while doing this as well. Alright. We get that clean. Go ahead, you can spray that down as well with brake cleaner. Because we're also going to apply anti-copper lubricant to this brake bracket, caliper bracket, sorry. More box. Set that down, let it dry. Next, I'm going to go ahead and take our new rotor, and we're going to spray that down with brake cleaner as well. Okay, let's go ahead and grab our rotor, and we're going to spray it down with brake cleaner and then wipe it down with a paper towel. Manufacturers like to put a protective coating on the rotor when they ship it to protect it from corrosion. Just go and spray it down like that on both sides. Wipe it down like that. Flip it over. Let's put our new rotor on. Now, we got our brake pads out, but before we put our brake pads and our caliper back on, let's put our caliper bracket back on. Now, let's go ahead and take the time to compress in our piston. We'll use one of our old brake pads. We'll place it on the inside of our piston, our caliper, between our piston and our caliper bracket. Let's take our piston compressor, place it inside of there, and just tighten up both sides until that piston compresses all the way in. Okay, now we're almost ready to put this thing back together. Last thing we want to do is just add our anti-seize copper lubricant. I'll put the link in the description as well. We're going to apply this to our new brake pads on the back side of the brake pad, not the actual brake pad that's going to go across the rotor. We'll place it on both. We'll also place, we'll put our metal clips in, and then we'll place a little bit of this on our metal clips, our new hardware. We also will place anti-seize on the caliper itself on this part.
Not your face.
Okay, now that we have our hardware, new hardware installed, just going to place a little bit of copper anti-seize on that hardware, then put our brakes in and tighten it back up, and then we'll be finished. Next time, well, for you guys, not next time for me, but for you guys, you may want to do this with the hardware still off. That way you don't get any of this on the rotor. Okay, now it's time to put the brake pads back in, put our caliper back on, put our tire back on. Now the orientation of these brake pads, this is supposed to be like your mechanism to your brake wear down indicator. Lets you know when that metal starts grinding on the rotor. That's when you get that noise. That's how you know your brake pad is too far down. You need to replace it. This always goes on the inside. Sometimes, most times it goes at the bottom. Sometimes it can go to the top, but most times it goes to the bottom. So it should be put on as so. Lastly, let's put our caliper back on top of our brakes. We got everything back together. Last thing we have to do is put this tire back on. Okay, that's it. Make sure you tighten your lug nuts down in a star-like pattern, and you'll be all set. If you have any questions, please leave a comment in the comment section. Don't forget to, when you get in the vehicle, if you need to reset your vehicle, you can take the battery, disconnect the battery post. Oh, well, you need to reconnect the battery post. And then if you still have the lights on, just get a scanner, just reset your codes. After that, just go ahead and don't forget to pump your brakes 5 to 8 times until it gets nice and solid. After that, take it on a test drive and use the stop and go pattern around your neighborhood. Be safe while doing so. Speed up, slow down, speed up, slow down, and you'll be all set. Again, if you have any questions, leave a comment in the comment section. Please like, share, and comment. Until next time, do it yourself to save.